good morning students. Myself is Kalpana Kothari and this is my channel Thoughts Power, and this channel is basically for your social science study for class 10th. So students, as we know, for class 10th students, now your main challenge is to face the term 1 examination. Okay, and you know this year that your pattern of the question paper has been changed totally from the previous years. So first of all, in this video I am going to tell you what is your term 1 syllabus for class 10th in social science. Okay students, so term 1 syllabus for 2021 to 22 for class 10th, that in history you are having lesson 1, the rise of nationalism in Europe. It will be your first chapter, and in history for term 1 only this chapter is included. Second, in geography you are having 3 chapters. Okay, the first one is the resources and development. Okay, because first the clarification of the syllabus is very necessary. There are so many students who just going to school and working the work, classwork and homework, and they not clear about what is the exact syllabus for your term 1 examination. So I am starting my video with the term 1 examination syllabus, that what chapters are included which you have to prepare, which chapters you have to prepare theoretically in a complete manner, and which is only limited for your map points. So in geography, lesson 1, resources and development, is completely you have to prepare. Then lesson 3 in geography, water resources. So students, this chapter is only for your map points. Okay, because it has been decided that this chapter will theoretically include only your unit 1 examination, but now you can see the CBSE has changed the pattern of the question paper, and even the marking system is also now your term 1 will be only for 40 marks. That I will make a separate video for you, that the paper designing of the social science for term 1 examination, that will be in my next video. But still, the first video I am giving you the particular chapters which are included in your term 1 examination. Now water resources in geography, only map points. For your term 1 examination, you need to only do the map points from this chapter for your preparation of term 1. Okay, and what are the map points? So students, in the chapter water resources, only map points you have to practice. Okay, and the map points is the location of various dams within Indian territory. Okay, and these map points you can note down that there are 8 dams location which is included in your term 1 syllabus. The first is Salal Dam. The one more important thing, whenever you are filling the maps or you are trying to learn the location, so students, please remember that you have to locate the dams with their state, name, because it becomes very easy for class 10th student to identify the state within the outline political map. When you will write down and you will learn these location of dams with the help of the particular state name, then it will be, then not only you will prepare for your map points, maybe you are preparing for the objective questions also, which can be MCQ based. As we can see, last year, before the last year, the board examination has given the map points in the form of matchup question. So the students who have learned the map points for the theoretical purpose also, they easily associate the names of dam with their particular states. So here I am talking about that study is not limited only one particular category. You cannot say that the thing which is to be asked for your map points cannot be given as a form of question answer. Okay, so be prepared for that. Anything anyhow can be asked. Okay, so water resources, you can note down that the map points for the water resources, the location of Salal Dam. So how you will locate the Salal Dam? When you will remember that in which state the Salal Dam is located. So your answer is J&K, it means Jammu and Kashmir. Now it becomes very easy for you that to identify what is the location of Jammu and Kashmir in Indian outline political map. on the top, okay, head portion of Indian map. So it will be very easy to locate Salar Dam, and the state is Jammu and Kashmir. So these are the basic to learn the location of the points or the map points with the help of state name. Second is in your syllabus is you have to locate the Bhagra Nangal Dam. Bhagra Nangal Dam is located in Himachal Pradesh. Okay. Identify in the Indian outline political map where is the location of Himachal Pradesh. We will locate the location of Bhagra Nangal Dam. Any point can be given to you. You have to prepare all the things which is in your syllabus. Okay. Third, Tihri Dam. So it is very easy. It is in Uttarakhand itself. Then Rana Pratap Sagar Dam. So students, the location of Rana Pratap Sagar Dam is in Rajasthan, and it is very easy that where is Rajasthan in the Indian outline political map. Sardar Sarovar Dam, it is situated or located in Gujarat. Then Hirakud Dam is located in Odisha. And the last but not the least, the Nagarjun Sagara Dam, and it is in Andhra Pradesh. And the last is Tungabhadra Dam, and it is located in Karnataka state. So students, these map points you have to remember and you have to practice as far as your upcoming term 1 examination is concerned. Okay. Now in civics you are having 2 chapters. One is power sharing and second is federalism. When we go through with the chapters, the very first chapter in your political science or civics for class 10 in social science is power sharing. You can see that the power sharing itself is a foundation for the federalism. India is a country which included both pattern of political system or arrangement. We follow some pattern of power sharing also and the federalism also. So there is a connectivity between these 2 topics. Okay. So these 2 topics are included in your term 1 examination. The last, economics. So in term 1, your syllabus, the first chapter, development, and the second is sectors of Indian economy. These 2 chapters for economy, okay, economics will be included in your term 1 syllabus or term 1 examination. And your term 1 examination for the maximum marks will be 40 marks. Earlier, you are habitual to give your term 1 examination for 80 marks. And now, it has been changed into 40. That's why time period is also changed. Now, your term 1 examination will be 1.5 hours. As the question is reduced, that's why time is also reduced. Now, there is so much of changes also, that what sort of question is to be going to asked, and it will be purely objective or subjective, or okay, especially I am talking about the class 10. It will be disclosed to you and it will be explained to you in the next video. But till then, go through with the term 1 syllabus for class 10th in social science. Okay, so as a whole, how many chapters you have to prepare? The first, the rise of nationalism in Europe. Okay, history, 1 chapter. Geography, theoretically 2 chapters. One is resource and development, and 4 agriculture, and water resources only for map point. Okay, so basically 2 chapters. One is only for map point, and in civics 2 chapters, and in economics 2 chapters. 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6 and 7. As a theoretical portion, you can see that there are 7 chapters which you have to prepare for your term 1 examination. Okay. So students, I am going to start the first chapter of history for class 10, the rise of nationalism in Europe. Students, during the explanation of the chapter, as a student point of view, it becomes very necessary and important that if you are reading the chapter or watching the video and you are listening the video very carefully, that what has been taught during the video in a bullet points, at the same time, whatever you have read or listened or watched, you might be having the challenge that after completion of chapter, what can be asked, how it can be asked. So what we will do, that after every particular topic, we will try to learn how we can frame the various questions on the given or the explained topic. Okay, so first I am going to tell you that when we start the chapter, the rise of nationalism in Europe, as you have studied the French Revolution, and here also the French Revolution is becoming the basic foundation to inspire the other European states in Europe, including Italy, Germany, Austria, that how these all the other states of Europe developed the sense of nationalism. They all separately, individually inspired with the outbreak of French Revolution in 1789, that they also tried, motivated themselves that they also want to get rid of monarchy system. Okay, so first the chapter is going to be start with the outbreak of the French Revolution in the title of the chapter, the rise of nationalism in Europe. So the French Revolution and the idea of the nation state. Students, what do you mean by the idea of nation state? We know that before 1789, the France was under the monarchy system. Okay, so monarchy system at Louis XVI was the emperor of the France. So the society was divided. We know that in the first state, second state, and third state. All the state people in the first and the second, they all were having their privileged on the basis of their birth, that they are enjoying their life because they belong to the elite class, royal family, or you can say the clergy, bishop, all the courtiers and the church people were come under the first state. So how you know that, as it was a part of your class 9, and this is the class 10th very first chapter, the rise of nationalism in Europe, that how the third estate people were suffering from the heavy burden of taxes. They were segregated from the all the privilege and the comforts from the under the monarchy system, from like they were not having the equal rights and opportunity. All there are so many reasons of this French Revolution. So we are going to start this chapter, that the French Revolution and the idea of nation state, why it becomes too necessary to repeat once again in the class 9, the syllabus in class 10, because France is also included within one European state. So when France developed the idea of nation state, it means the people tried to struggle for their equal opportunity, as they all belong to the same nation, like the first state and the second state people. So this feeling become the foundation for the rest of the European countries, okay, including Italy, Germany, Austria and Russia, that they will also struggle gradually after a particular time, when France declared as an independent democratic republic nation, that they also develop the same collective belongingness idea. So how it was happen? So in the book it has been written, the first clear expression of nationalism, okay, came with the French Revolution in 1789. In European state, the first clear idea of expression towards the nationalism started with the outbreak of French Revolution in 1789. The revolutionary first developed the feeling of collective identity. Now the question arises that how it was possible to the third estate people that they developed the idea of nationalism and inspire to the other people, so that there will be a collective joint effort to achieve the one single goal, that was the independent France, or to convert the monarchy system into a republic or democratic France. Okay, so first they decided that they will inspire the people that they all belong to the same nation. Collective identity means that they all belong to the same nation. As you can take this example, that we call ourselves that we are Indian. Okay, we use either we are male or female, child, boy or girl, or an old age person. We used to feel proud. That first identity is that we are human being. The very first identity for us, where we doesn't matter where we live, what language we speak, and how much qualified we are. The first main thing we have to remember, that we all are human being. And secondly, our introduction, that which country we belong. Okay, so our nationality. So the feeling of collective identity, that is all friends people belonging to the same nation state. So why there is a segregation on the basis of birth? That why the same citizen of the friend treated with lots of respect, lots of comforts and privileges to be given them, and while the same country people suffering from, you can say, isolation, and they were, you can say, exploited in a various way, as there was a feudal system, there was a so many types of you can say taxes was introduced by the Louis XVI, which was basically imposed on the third estate people. Okay, so now next is the collective identity. First of all, as we see that Jacobin club, okay, you can see that to spread the idea of collective belongingness, Jacobin club is established by the Maximilian Robespierre. So we can see that in France, before the outbreak of French Revolution, not only the third estate people who were the landless labor, who were the peasant and farmers, who were poor, after some time the educated class, the middle class, which involves the professor, teachers, clerks, these type of philosophers, they also, you can say, support the idea of nation state or the collective belongingness with their own set of creativity. And Jacobin club is one such type of club where Robespierre, Maximilian Robespierre, who was a scholar and democrat of France, he also developed one club, okay, and where the students, the scholars, the middle class educated people used to come there, and they share the idea that how, what will be their next strategy to eradicate, not only and to eradicate monarchy system from France and to develop the France as an independent nation state. Independent nation state means they wanted that when we talk about the independent nation state, it means they are talking about they want the people of the France wanted to convert themselves from subject to citizen. Got it? There is a difference between subject and citizen. When we say subject, it means we are under the monarchy system, we are slaves, whatever our king or monarch will guide us or instruct us, we have to follow. When we say that we are citizen, you know that what is its meaning, because we are the citizen of our world's most diverse country and the second largest populous country, India. You know the beauty and the, you can say, comfort when we call our country is a democratic, secular and sovereign nation. So these were the attempt by the people who lived in the French society, the philosopher, painters. When we talk about the painters, so Rousseau, okay, Rousseau was the one painter who started to develop the idea of collective belongingness with his 4-volume big paintings. In the starting of the chapter, his painting is depicted. When the chapter starts, the rise of nationalism in Europe, the paintings of the 4-volume, the one picture has been given in your NCRT, where the men and women belonging to the America and the men and women and Europe, they were marching towards the Statue of Liberty, and they all were in a queue and they were marching and they are giving and paying their tribute, homage to the Statue of Liberty. What the meaning of this painting, which was drawn by the Frederick Sorry? The main aim behind this painting to spread, to develop the feeling of collective identity among the people of France. So that in this way the poets, painters, philosophers, teachers, students, everybody charged up with the feeling of nationhood, that they want to stop and eradicate the monarchy system, and that's why it was became possible that after the French Revolution, France developed as an independent nation state. Okay, now the next is, yes, now next you can understand this with the example, the ideas of la patrie. It means fatherland. Okay, la patrie. The ideas of la patrie, it means the fatherland, and le citoyen, it means the citizen. This idea, they developed the idea with the help of painting, with the help of these Jacobin club, with the help of meetings, public meeting, that we are not slave, we are the citizen, and the idea of la patrie, that we belong to the same fatherland. Okay, our fatherland, it means the land. As in India, we used to personify our motherland in the form of Bharat Mata. Okay, so we used to in a female way. Okay, in a mother way, in a female way, we personify our motherland. So they personify their land as a la patrie, means fatherland. That they belong to the same father, they are the children of the same fatherland. So why there is a segregation of the society on the basis of their accidental of birth. Next, new French. For achieving this, what they decided, that new French flag introduced. The first thing, they introduced a new French flag after the outbreak of 1789, which was a symbol of a republic, democratic nation, and they replaced the royal flag. Earlier, the flag which was used to unfurl in the France was show the royalty of the monarch, but now it was replaced with the new French flag, which was having the symbol of unity, having the symbol of republic, democratic France. The next is a centralized administration setup. After the French Revolution, the administrative and the political changes was there. It is so natural that for that too these people struggled a lot. Okay, so a centralized administration set up in the place of monarchical system. In the political system and in the administrative system also, they changed the system of administration. Okay, now the people are involved, the freedom of speech and expression was involved. Okay, the representative was elected with the wish of or the voting of the common people. So they developed the centralized administrative system. Okay, and the earlier system was earlier monarchy political system, and the power was eradicated. Uniform laws after becoming the France as an independent nation state. Okay, a uniform laws was introduced for citizen of France. It means the laws was after the constitution, the laws was framed to preserve the rights of the citizen of the France, and at the same time the limitation was also mentioned there. The representative also having their power within the particular time, you can say limitation. Okay, now uniform system of weights and measure. The one another example that they have developed a uniform, one particular standard law and system for weighting and measure. Okay, in the trading. And regional dialects, important. After declaration of the French as a democratic and republic nation, regional dialects were discouraged, and French, as the French was used to be spoken in the Paris, okay, in the capital city. So they decided the French as a language of the nation. Their French became the language of the nation, okay, national language after the democratic system in France, after the French Revolution. Now, these points you have understood. Now, how you will learn to frame the question by your own, so that the fear which used to be, I noticed among the students, that what will be asked, how we have to prepare the question, if the middle of the question will be given, because in NCERT folder there is a very few number of question and anything can be asked. You have to prepare in the examination that anything anyhow can be asked to you. Okay, so suppose you have understood these points, now try develop the question pattern for these content. First, suppose you can write down as a form of fill up as MCQ the first clear expression first clear expression of nationalism has developed in Europe with now dash, and now you are having MCQs. Okay. A, the Russian Revolution. B, the French Revolution. You can write down C, the nationalism in South Africa, or D, nationalism in India. So the first, now how you will clearly select the clear option. Okay, exactly. The first clear expression of nationalism has developed in Europe. They are asking you in Europe, because nationalism feeling is not only limited with the France, it was happened in the Russia also, that's why there is a Russian Revolution. It has happened in Indian history also, that's why there is a nationalism in India. Okay, so and it has happened against the apartheid policy in South Africa also. So how you will identify which option is correct? You will identify first of all Europe. They are asking that how the first clear expression of nationalism has developed in Europe with the French Revolution. So your option B will be the correct answer. You will identify option B and you will write down the French Revolution. Okay, and whenever you solve the MCQ or objective question, you are requested and you are suggested that you have to write down the option and with their statement. Okay, only B is not the right way of answering. You have to write down the option B because it is correct, and then you have to write down the French Revolution. So student, in this video I am summing up. Okay, in every video we will try to explain the important content, and we will end the video with the variety of the objective or the, you can say, short and subjective question answer. Till then, take care, goodbye and be happy. Thank you.